This video is basically me telling you guys and explaining to you guys the few reasons why many people in this community are leaving the game. Let's get right into it. First thing, creative fighters, which they are finally getting rid of them in ranked. This one here doesn't even want to fight. He wants you to chase him. So I had to bait him. Now that we got him moving, let's see if we can get anything going. Reason number one, hit detection. That punch right there didn't go through. That was another one right there. Let's look at this. Look how he could just cheese that and cancel my punches out. Wait a minute. Go back a couple of seconds. Did I just see what I think I just saw? Wow. Wow. And this is supposed to be version 2.0? Wow. Let's see what nonsense we got in this little clip. Nice land. Rock 'em. Wait a minute. I thought you guys said there was a cooldown for that. He was able to do that real fast, don't you think? Wow, a desync punch. Oh, look at that. Through the body, and then he's able to counter me. Wait a minute. Let's look at that again. Let's see here. Punch, landed. Okay, punches back. He lands the first, misses the second. I throw a punch. That's not registered. What? All right. Then I go to punch him. My punches are getting canceled. And they're not even swinging at him. Let's look at this here. Take a lucky guess. You guessed it. It didn't land either. And he was able to quickly get back in the guard mode and block my next body shot. Good job, Steel City. Let's take a look at this. Blocked. Okay. Oh, look how he's able to just cancel out my combinations. But when I go to do the same for him or anybody, I get my punches to go to the east, the west, and way up in the north, away from my opponent. Good job, Steel City. You should be proud of yourselves. Here's an example of a broken Roy Jones Jr. fighter. As I go to cancel out and try to counter his little combinations, but yet the game does not allow me to. Yet, it allows my opponent to do the exact same thing that the Sugar Ray Leonard did to me. Better yet, let's play it in slow motion for you all. Look at that. First attempt. Nothing. Canceled out. And I went to go to counter it. Tried to do that against Sugar Ray Leonard. Nothing. Look at that. Try to do it again. But you're going to say it's my timing. What's the excuse for other players? Now let's have a big conversation, Steel City, along with many other fans who are big fans of boxing and boxing games and just combat sports games in general. We get it. The desync is completely broken. It's on a bad engine. It'll never be fixed. But this is my issue with you guys, Steel City. As a developing company, how did you not do any research on any engine when it came to creating this game in the early stages of development? That's unacceptable and no excuse. The fact that other companies can use the proper engineering and put in the proper coding for a game, that way you don't have to worry about any of these issues when playing online or even playing offline, because you can get some of the same issues offline. And it's even more ridiculous. That's just the first thing, and we get it. It'll never get fixed on this game, more than likely. But at some point, You got to be a little bit more transparent with your fans. You got to be a little bit more communicative with your fans, and not just put something out on the Discord and expect a bunch of YouTubers to put the news out. You got to kind of put it out yourselves. And me personally, I do think you guys failed at that. Yeah, you did good with the Discord community, and the YouTubers put it out there as much as possible. And then most people on the toxic subreddit, well, I'm not even gonna get started with that. But yeah, you did good on that. But you really miserably failed when it came to actually putting the message out as a company yourselves. You basically depend on administrative people that's in the Discord channel with the fans. F on that. Next thing, and speaking of it, because it's right in front of me, Roy Jones Jr. and the Philly Shell. First and foremost, Roy Jones Jr. is a completely broken fighter, in my opinion, and probably in the opinion of a lot of players. One of my punches, if you just see, went right through his shoulder there. I don't even know how that happened. But the Philly Shell is just completely broken. Let's just start there. There are wide open shots that you can land against any opponent in the Philly Shell, and the punches just don't register, or they don't register they just don't register. They don't land, nothing, anything, nothing happens. Either it's just a whiff or a block. I don't know what the game is picking it up as, but it's taxing the stamina and it's leaving you vulnerable for him to do that little lousy little hook shot that's unblockable for whatever reason, and it causes you to get a flash knockdown. Completely broken system. And this is why a lot of people hate fighting anybody that uses Roy Jones Jr. Which leads me to my next argument. Creative players. Creative players are just totally broken in general. And I don't know if you guys will be able to fix that either, especially with the boxing traits. Creative fighters, I don't think should be even, well, luckily by the time of this video comes out, creative fighters should not be even considered playable online. And by the time this video does come out, you guys will probably either be in the process of updating that, or it would have already been updated. I honestly don't think creative players should be played online in general. It's just totally broken. The traits, the stamina, and then obviously they get to put a lot of that Roy Jones Jr. stuff onto them. And let's be real, they put that Philly Shell on that, and they add the traits that match it or that go well and mesh with it, and the fighters are broken. And then they can just spam whatever left, right hook they want to do, and they can just constantly land on you and cancel out your counter punches, cancel out your combinations, and they can easily win a fight, and they think they're good at that. Me personally, get rid of all of that, and that solves one big problem. I don't even care anymore. At this point, you're pleasing you're pleasing the most casual players, the ones who just can't play the game at all. I'm not saying I'm the best player at all, and I'm not saying I'm an incredible beast at the game. I'm decent. I'll give myself that. I'm decent at the game. Because yeah, and I'm not trying to be cocky. I'm being pretty confident in myself. I'm pretty decent at the game. But you're penalizing guys like me and other guys who are probably better than me, respectfully, because the people who just can't play the game suck and they don't want to put time in and learn to play the game. So we're getting penalized and we got to suffer for it because of their unskilledness. And that, to me, is just ridiculous in all ways. So my personal opinion on that, get rid of the freaking creative fighters. Don't even bother putting them on. I mean, you guys are supposedly getting ready to get rid of them off ranked, but get rid of them in general. It's just stupid at this point. The next thing I want to talk about, The freaking hit detection. Golly, you guys have yet to fix this problem. You guys have yet to fix any major problem that we've been trying to get fixed. Hit detection in plenty of my fights, in the most lately, or I should be saying the most recent fights, a lot of my body shots have not been landing. Sometimes headshots don't land, and quite a few punches are going right back through the body. Now, that might could be a desync problem, which I understand. That, but at some point, golly, come on, Steel City, you gotta communicate with us what the heck is going on. That little conversation that you had with the big YouTubers in Vegas, that's not enough. First and foremost, with all due respect to those guys, that little conversation that all of y'all had, first and foremost, it wasn't loud enough. And two, I'm gonna be real honest, those questions were just not, and I hate to give my critique on this, but those just weren't the questions weren't asked the way that they should have been asked. And I get it, but at some point we have to you have to communicate what is going on with that hit detection issue. The last thing I want to talk about is the mechanics in the game. Please, for the love of mankind, get rid of that body lunging jab that you so-called said you put a cooldown to. Just get rid of it. I mean, if you can't get rid of it in this game, do not put it in the next Undisputed game. For the love of mankind, do not. But if you can get rid of it in this game, please do. Because I'm sorry, in this update, I don't see a cooldown for that punch. People are still able to constantly spam that lunging body jab punch. And it's ridiculous. I've never even seen that punch done in an actual boxing match. That's how ridiculous that punch is. Any boxing coach would have told you that. I mean, I'm not the best fighter at all either, but I've never even seen anybody do that type of punch in a real fight, yet alone a boxing match. And to be fair, that is a real fight too, but I'm talking about in a street fight. I've just never seen that. If you see anybody do that in any type of fight whatsoever, you're probably gonna laugh at them. Get rid of that fucking punch. Pardon my language, but yeah, get rid of it. It's stupid. It just ruins the experience for everybody. Anybody that can, that tries to be a defensive wizard. And I mean, even in this little segment here, I'm able to do it. But I mean, if it's there, I'm going to use it, but I'm not going to spam it like most people do. But just that punch has got to go. Honestly, I think you guys should just go back to version 1.0, where the skill gap was just tremendous. If you sucked, well, get good at the game. And if you were good, well, continue to be good and get better. It showed who could actually play the game and who couldn't. And for those who were spammers, they were penalized. And that's how the game should be. If you want to spam, if you want to just constantly do the same nonsense and not be able to actually play the game that the way it's supposed to be played, like an actual simulated boxing game, you got penalized. Not penalizing the decent players or the halfway decent players or even the best players at the game. You should not be penalizing those people. Penalize those who are not good at the game. Yeah, I personally think they should bring back version 1.0. It was very consequential at that point. I don't think Steel City will do it, but that's just my personal opinion. I liked version 1.0 despite the desync and the tracking. Those are my only two problems with version 1.0. I don't know any other big major problem that I had with that version, but here we are, and what, 3, 4, 5 different updates later, and the game is, although a few things have been fixed, many others are more broken now. So me personally, just put it back to 1.0 and just let us all have a free fall, because why the heck not? Let me know what you guys think if you watching this video. Did I forget anything? I'm just trying to talk about the main stuff that Steel City has yet to truly fix and should be trying to fix. And I get it, some things just may not ever be fixed. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, because me personally, the game just gets more irritating and more irritating by the daily. They'll update it, it'll work fine, and then it just crash and burns like a kamikaze. And at some point, we're all going to be saying, stop putting out DLCs, stop giving us nonsense in these updates, and either just fix the game or put out the next Undisputed game, and we can go from there. Because as a community, it's gotten toxic, and well, people are leaving. Hate to say it, but people are truly leaving the game. And that's, I don't want to say it's heartbreaking, but it's understandable. Steel City, my plea, do better. I don't want to keep holding you guys too long. I go by the name of J Hook. I will see you guys in the next one. Y'all be safe.